But we would have to go down and then come back up. And we're going to studio tour. Why would you go to Crescent and go to bed? What? Yeah, they pass everything. What is up, guys? Team Part Detective here, and we are currently at Universal Studios Hollywood. And sorry, guys, that we are super late to the live. It was all Kristen's fault. You've seen all the cars already?
There we go.
There's shit. One of the dream cars is the Skyline. It's her first time being here in like what, 3 months, 2 months? When? We came the other day? No update. I will update the reservation. So we're good for the aquarium, July 1st. Hello, Jesse Suarez. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Yeah. Yep. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Blessed Saturday. Yes. Look at the building. It's officially gone for the animals. Yeah, it's like demolished already. But here's the thing though, in the Horror Nights website it says live entertainment, so who knows, the water show or something. I don't know. But yeah, guys, how is everybody doing today? Welcome to the live. We're sorry we are super late today, but we are going to be staying here till late, so don't worry, we are going to be trying to cover most of the things, so that way you guys come with us. Look how packed it is though. So apparently it's a new roller coaster. That's what they're trying to bring. So far we know that it might be a slow day today with people in the live, because you know, it's always Disneyland who has everything. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's empty. We're gonna be getting a butterbeer. I'm already done. I reached the limit. Oh, I forgot about this one.
Hi, what can I get for you? Anything else? That's it. Alright, $9.91, cash or card? Card, but yes, the pass. Alright, it's gonna be $7.91, cash or card? Alright, go ahead.
Wow.
The one day, what's everyone here today? Do you want your receipt?
I'm like, nobody's at Disneyland today or what?
Can I have one more straw? Just because they get.
Wait, that's not the frozen one.
Oh, yeah, it's a frozen butterbeer. Oh, yeah, this is the frozen one. Oh, it is? Okay.
Cause it's not. Yeah, cause it's all watery.
It's sitting out. That's fine.
Oh, Kenny says, have a butterbeer for me, G. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. You got the super chat, or you sent it to buy me a coffee so that we see it? Benito, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome everybody, welcome into the live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Is it really bad today? I don't know, we just walked in. The reason why we were super late to the live is because we had a super mash sale. Oh, they're trying to not put it anymore. That's crazy. Does it still taste the same? Hello everybody, welcome in. We're gonna be doing the studio tour right now. So we haven't even seen the wait times. We were so rushed to trying to get into the park because we know we were late. And I know we had a lot of comments on the chat saying, hey, where's the live? But we were at Universal. We were just at City Walk. Is it a really bad day today? Yeah. Well, I mean, so far, maybe not. But look, they put a new tower here. The tower that was over there, they put it here. Damn, we can barely even see it. Mario Kart is at 100 minutes. Waterworld 6. Okay, so look, the Dark Arts is at 9:10, 9:30, and 9:50. So we could see the 9:30 maybe, because we're trying to see Waterworld at 8. And then Studio Tour, that's what we want to do. Harry Potter 40 minutes, Flight of Hippogriff is 30, Ollivander's 30 minutes. Oh, not that bad. If only I could bring you guys into the Harry Potter ride, I would bring you guys, but they don't allow the cameras in there. Look guys, the butterbeer. Kenny invited the butterbeer. Only because we need some water. How's it going, Esmeralda? Welcome into the live. We are currently at Universal Studios Hollywood. And we're gonna try to do the most we can today. Even Jurassic. And for those of you who don't know what the Monster Mash sale was, I put it on my story. Look how packed it was. Look at the whole total. Almost $900 and we only paid $95. But all of this stuff is like my parents, so this is my bag right there. That's all I bought. We only got one bag of merch. Let's go. Yeah, we could film on Jurassic. Welcome everybody. We got 30 people in the live. How you guys doing? Welcome in. We might go into Super Mario World because now I did bring my band. Last time I did not bring it, and it kind of sucked because I really wanted to do it. But let me see if there's the return times or whatnot for it. Is Shelly coming through? No, Shelly doesn't come to Universal. Shelly doesn't do Universal, so I love to see inside the Q-Week market. Oh, we could check it out after what do you call this? We could do it after the studio tour. Are you going to watch Dark Knights? Yes, we are. We might see the one at 9:30. 9:30 and 9:50, whichever one, because we're gonna see Waterworld at 8, which is the last show. I know, right? It's because we're always used to we're used to going on Saturday to Disney, so. So beautiful out here. The weather is nice. Hello Kitty merch too. Yeah, the Hello Kitty merch is almost by the exit, but I could definitely show that. You don't like that song? E.T. is Kristen's favorite character. That's your favorite character.
No.
I know where the drones come out from.
Hi guys, this is express only, general admission. Please keep walking. You'll see a sign that says studio tour enter here. That is your entrance.
But bang. Dang, look at the line. No, that's regular.
It says that, but it goes big. It says
Yeah.
that. It goes big.
E.T. phone home. Ouch.
Everyone, welcome. If you have a general admissions ticket, please continue walking down your left. You'll see a sign that says studio tour enter here. That is your entrance.
It is super packed today.
Ticket, you'll see a yellow sign that says express on your left.
Hey there. How you doing, Disney Crush? Welcome into the live. I have expressed at the platinum. We are going to be doing Jurassic though, so. Oh, I don't need that. How's it going, Anthony? Huh. Which card? 2 or 3? 2 or 3? Here, let's do 2 and then the last row. This one. Because I like the edge.
Yeah, plus with your camera.
Yeah. You're about to watch The Flash? That's awesome. Let me know how it goes. Like, it is super packed. So, for those of you who don't know, those green things right there, those means those are the electric ones. Here we go, guys. The tram. Is he freaking out? How you doing, Laurie? Welcome to the live. We are here at Universal Studios. We were super late because we went to a sale at Universal. You told her?
Thank you, brother.
What? You want it?
Well, I'm gonna have to get mine out for the dress report. I don't want to get wet.
I know, me neither, but...
Oh, good evening, everybody. Welcome on board the world-famous Universal Studios tour. You're no longer in line. You're on my tram. Let me hear you make some noise! Oh, thank goodness, because I am desperate for attention.
up,
So your
Hector?
energy gives me energy. I love you all. All right, everybody, we're going to be heading out in just a little bit. Please move all the way to the right-hand side, filling in every available seat. Those gates on your left are going to be coming down, so watch your arms and legs. Now, before we head on out, everybody, I want to make sure that everybody has a pair of these very stylish, very fashionable, very chic 3D glasses. You do not need to wear them right now, even though you look beautiful. The world is in 3D, and honestly, if anything is coming at your face now, duck, because that's real. But we're going to be heading out in just a little bit, everybody. I truly appreciate y'all. Now, one other thing I got to make sure that we're doing so that we can get on there safely. If any of you have any small children, small relatives, small boyfriends, pretty much anybody whose feet does not quite touch the bottom of the tram, yeah, I'm going to need you to move them to the center of the row that they are in, because when it gets shaky, folks, and it will get shaky, I just don't want anybody to fall out, because anybody that falls out does become Universal Studios property. I know, not the kind of childhood you were hoping for, not the one I was expecting, but here we are. Oh, it looks like we got the thumbs up. Look to your left-hand side, wave goodbye to all those fabulous people. Give them your best pageant waves, elbows and wrists, elbows and wrists. Oh, you're all so wonderful. So yes, my name is Vincent. I'm going to be your tour guide today. I'm so happy to be here with you. Now, one other person I got to introduce, and that is our driver. We have probably one of the best drivers in the game. She is fast. Let's hope she's not that furious. Let's give it up to Delia. Hi, Delia. Thank you so much. Oh. We love her to death, she's blushing. Look at her, she's blushing. But right now, folks, we're going to be heading on out. One other person I got to introduce, and that is my co-host. I have probably one of the best co-hosts in the game. You all know him from SNL fame, and he is currently the host of The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. That's right, you guessed it, you're all so smart. It's Jimmy. Take it away, buddy. It's all yours.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide and the greatest driver.
Delia!
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Vincent!
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. Yes, I do have a few safety rules that we do have to go over. First, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or you dropped something of value off the side of the tram, or you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back there to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember to use the red cord above your head if you need any assistance. The studio is private property, and if at any time during the tour you drop your phone or you just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and remain seated. Please, no smoking or vaping of any kind during the tour. Be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. You'll want to have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. Finally, for the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board. All right, everybody, we got the official stuff out of the way. We have left the theme park behind. We are heading into our front lot area at this moment. Now, I'm going to have you all look out the left and right-hand sides of the tram, and you're going to see our movie timeline. Now, those movie posters are just a small fraction of the thousands of movies that we have done after being in business for over 100 years. That's right, you heard me correctly. Our opening day was more than 100 years ago. Take a look at your screens and you're going to see some pictures of that day. It was on March 15th, 1915 that our founder, there he is right there on your screens, Carl Laemmle, he opened the door of our studio to the general public so that they could see movie magic being made firsthand. Now, when he opened our doors, he dubbed us Universal City, the strangest city in the world, and honestly, it's because we have everything a major city needs. We have our own sheriff's substation, we have our own medical services, we have our own post office, we even have our own zip code. And in a little bit, everybody, on your right-hand side, you're going to see our very own fire station. You're going to see Fire Station. That will be a legit place for our first responders. Now, one other thing that makes us a legit city, in my book, honestly, we got 2 Starbucks and a coffee bean, so I think we qualify. I think we're good. But right now, everybody, on your right-hand side, you're going to see that very own fire station. Those are where our first responders are. Now, there is a little bit of an Easter egg with that fire station when it comes to our history in television. Now, that fire station is labeled Firehouse 51. They actually share that same number with one of our most successful TV shows from the 70s called Emergency Exclamation Point, and that firehouse in that show was also Fire Station 51. That was also a show that was way before the days of ER that actually inspired a lot of people to become paramedics so that they could help. Now, with the creation of our Peacock streaming service, movies and television are more in demand now than they have ever been. And to meet that demand, on your left-hand side, you're going to see some of that expansion taking place. But one of the most popular shows on our Peacock streaming service is the show Bel Air. Take a look at your screens. I'm going to let 2 of the stars of Bel Air tell you what it's like filming on our backlot. Go ahead, gentlemen, take it away.
You got me a little with the guess. So what is you put egg on the cheese? You put cheese on the eggs, on the cheese is right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? Oh, it's gotta be a lot. Man, we could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew. No, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. And for sure, you look at the yard. The big family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments? I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I remember before yourself when Will first enters, and at that moment his life changes forever. What about you? Well, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours. Yeah, that was very fun. I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together for hair,
The mango squad.
makeup, set design, props, and transportation. Yes, Transmo's the best. Yeah, they have the sweetest rides for us to play with. Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we'd better go talk to Transmo now and let these people get back to their tour. Yeah, that sounds good. It's one rocket to drive. Oh, not if I've got the keys. Oh, man.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Yes, you can catch most seasons of Bel Air on our Peacock streaming service. But right now, folks, on your left-hand side, you're going to see a series of sound stages that has been very busy lately filming our most current NBC shows. Shows like Grand Crew, American Auto, and Quantum Leap. But the show that happened before those 3 that was filming on those sound stages on your left-hand side was, for 6 seasons, Superstore.
They still got them.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for a moment.
Yeah, the heat makes us all act.
Your face stays where it is. It's going to be
Okay, that's a little bit too aggressive for my workspace. But right now, folks, on your left, this very last sound stage that we're passing is actually where we filmed a very big piece of our Universal horror history. That is where they filmed the shower scene from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. But many of you are wondering, what is a soundstage, Vincent? Well, I'm so glad you asked. A soundstage, honestly, is just a warehouse-like building that is 98% soundproof. Now, an example of our second oldest and second biggest soundstage is going to be on your left-hand side. That is Soundstage 14. Now, that building was built back in 1932, and it is roughly 20,000 square feet.
Yeah, in front of the
and that is
Universal
also
store.
where we have
The
filmed some of our
Hello Kitty
most
store. They have them in
popular
there.
movies from the 80s and 90s. For example, in Soundstage 14 on your left is where we filmed John Carpenter's The Thing. The very first Jurassic Park was filmed in that building, as well as one of my favorite Ron Howard movies, Apollo 13. Take a look at your screens. I'm going to let the director, Ron Howard, show you how they got those really intricate shots of Mission Control. Take a look, everybody.
Right here. Wait, is it open?
Was an essential
Look at that.
Apollo 13. After all, we were recreating
We're ready.
a moment in American history, a moment many Americans witnessed on television. We thought about filming in Houston, Texas, where the original control room for the Apollo missions still exists. Unfortunately, NASA's engineers didn't
All the
have
signs
filmmaking
up.
in mind when they built mission control. Since there was no room for the elaborate camera frames and tracks we needed for the
It looks
shots,
like it could possibly be Killer Clowns again. Look, like nothing changes.
Everything had to be exact, down to the tiniest detail.
That's right, everybody, and it's inside of these sound stages that filmmakers can get those details done. 80 to 90% of all filming nowadays takes place inside of a soundstage. It gives our
but they said it
filmmakers
was The Walking
complete
Dead,
control
too.
over the environment, and it also allows them to complete their projects in a timely manner. Also, with these buildings being 98% soundproof, they don't have to worry about any outside interference from like helicopters, airplanes, or like sirens going by. They don't have to worry about that in these buildings. On your right-hand side, you're actually going to see a series of sound stages that was very popular during our history in television. Now, our history in television goes back more than 80 years when we first broadcast the first transmission of the New York World's Fair back in 1929. Ever since then, we have been very proud to bring you the best in Emmy-winning television shows. On your right, that is where we have filmed such television shows like Who Was the Boss?, Martin, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Coach, Mr. Mayor, and The Good Place. But on your left-hand side, everybody, you're going to see our very first celebrity sighting. He's cute, he's cuddly, he's Ted. That's right, he's holding probably the dirtiest martini that I've ever seen. But you'll all be happy to know that Ted will be getting his very own show on our Peacock streaming service. They have been filming it the past couple of weeks right here in our backlot, and that is starring and created by Seth MacFarlane. But right behind Ted, these buildings on your left are actually known as our production bungalows, but back in the old days, these were the dressing rooms to some big-time actors and actresses like Lucille Ball, Doris Day, Rock Hudson, and Jimmy Stewart. But nowadays, these buildings on your left are actually home to some very high-profile production companies. Right now, we are passing on your left-hand side, 7 Bucks Productions, which is owned by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They worked on Young Rock. Right next door to them with the address 5170, that is the home of Monkey Paw Productions, and they're owned by Academy Award-winning director and writer Jordan Peele, and they worked on all 3 of his movies, Get Out, Us, and his latest sci-fi thriller, Nope. But in a little bit, on your left, we're going to be passing by what looks like an alleyway. At the end of it, you're going to see what is a real estate sign with 2 letters MP. That is the home of Mark Platt Productions, and they're responsible for bringing us some of the biggest Broadway shows to the stage and screen. They worked on Wicked, Dear Evan Hansen, and the Oscar-winning movie La La Land. But this very last bungalow, address 5195, there is a very familiar silhouette on that bungalow. That is Alfred Hitchcock's old office, and he is responsible for some of the greatest thrillers in the horror genre. Thrillers like Psycho, The Birds, Vertigo, and one of my favorites, Rear Window. But many of you might not know this, but he's also responsible for creating the cameo. Take a look at your screens, and I'll show you what I mean. So nowadays, when they usually give a very famous person a cameo, they might give him 1 line or 2, but back in the day, he would just show up in the background and everybody would recognize him. Hey, there's Alfred Hitchcock.
We all know what I'm matching. She's the
All right, everybody, so right now we're going to be leaving our front lot behind, heading into our back lot. Now, on your left-hand side, you're going to see the beginnings of our Metropolitan sets. Now, these Metro sets take up a good 4 acres of our back lot, and they are the tallest that we have here on property, standing well over 55 feet tall. But before I start talking about our Metro sets, we're actually going to be going by a very big piece of artwork that we have here on our back lot. It is our Universal Monster mural. It is something I try to show off on every tour that I do, especially when we have this area as our route. Take a look at your screens. I'm going to let the artist Tristan Eaton show you how he came up with this inspiration for this mural. I will give you a heads up on when we pass it. It's going to be kind of a quick look, folks, but you will be able to see it very briefly.
Getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes.
I wonder if we're going to see some HHN props.
Those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding.
Okay, folks, so the mural is attached to this building on your right-hand side. As we make the turn, you might have to turn your heads back a little bit, but it is attached to this building with the staircase on your right-hand side.
Without that, I never would be here doing spray paint like this.
I'm going to pause the clip right there because you can see what the mural looks like on your screens. That's what the mural looks like on your screens. But right now, folks, on your left and right hand sides of the tram, we are now entering into our London Square. Now, this area is designed more with a European motif in mind, but this building on the right hand side with the columns in front of it is what we considered a practical set. What that means is that we can film on the inside of that building as well as the outside. It is very much set up to be either a bank, a town hall, or even a church. But just like that, everybody, we are going to be leaving the London area, crossing over the pond in like 2 seconds, and I can now welcome you to the Big Apple. Welcome to our New York street, everybody. In this area has everything you would need for a shot in the big city. It has its own theater district, its own financial district, it even has its own Macy's. Now, one movie I like to say that was filmed on our New York street was Captain America, the First Avenger. This scene where Captain America has taken the formula and he's chasing the Hydra agent. When you see him jump on top of the taxi, that was actually filmed on the street we are on right now. Now, I was born and raised in Southern California, so I don't know New York quite well, but I know somebody that got his start there, so I'll let him take over. Jimmy, it's all yours, buddy. Take it away.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. How you doing? This is my old man. Starting in most of the live over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy. How's it going? Remember me?
No.
Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, it's cool, guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Oh, that's right, everybody. But right now, we're going to have to leave the concrete jungle behind because we're heading up the hill to the actual jungle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull
King Kong,
Island.
everybody.
It's the original King Kong. Maybe I saw that movie on just take you away from your real life. Sweep you up to the edge. Kong literally does happen in your on-board ship. You're sailing to a lost island. You encounter monsters and creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. And it's great to have you on the ride. Now we have created this 3D Universal experience.
All right, everybody, we are about to return to the island. Please stay in your seats, holding on to all your personal belongings. You are allowed to record in there, but please no flash photography. Just turn off the flash.
The sound?
tracks. Who got spit on? Wasn't that refreshing? I know, right? You're all awake, you're alert. I love it. All right, everybody. Now, that was presented to us on the biggest 3D digital screens that we have here on property. They're over 40 feet tall and over 180 feet wide, and that was made by the great people at FX. They're responsible for some of the greatest motion capture and computer effects in cinema today, earning themselves a total of 9 Oscars for all of their work. They worked on such movies like Avengers Infinity War, War for the Planet of the Apes, and one of my favorite trilogies, The Lord of the Rings.
With a project like Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing clowns from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
And subscribe, everybody, if you guys are enjoying the live stream. Hoping you guys stay with us. We're going to be doing Jurassic Park today.
I would have to agree. Now, we also, at one point in that action, we saw Car 4 get pulled into the screen. When that happened, Car 4 became a picture car. Now, that's just a term in the industry that they use to describe any kind of mode of transportation on film. It doesn't necessarily just have to be a car. It can be a motorcycle, a bicycle, a plane, or even a boat. Those are all considered picture cars. So, with that being said, everybody, on your left-hand side, in just a little bit, we're going to be going through one of 2 picture car areas. This is a huge photo opportunity, so I'd get those cameras out. But you're going to see many different vehicles that we have used in movies and television. For example, everybody, on your left-hand side, the first car you're going to see is the yellow Deuce Coupe from American Graffiti. Now, that movie will be celebrating its 50th anniversary this summer. You're also going to see the Ferrari 308 from Magnum PI, but I'm going to have to burst your bubble on that one. That is a Ferrari body on top of a Volkswagen motor. You're going to see some vehicles from the Back to the Future franchise, like what they thought 2015 cars are going to look like. But you're also going to see, if I have any Harry Potter fans on board, the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, I do have a little bit of movie magic when it comes to that vehicle. If you have a car in a movie that takes damage throughout the movie, you're going to want to have duplicates of that same car on hand, just in case you have to go back into a scene where the car was not damaged. Do you want to know how many Ford Anglia duplicates they had for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? 17 and a half. Now, when I said they had a half a car, every time you saw Ron and Harry inside of a car, only half of the car was needed. That's all they needed. But as we come on by, that tank-like vehicle is actually made out of plywood and PVC piping. That makes it incredibly lightweight in case we have to remove that tank, or if we need to apply battle damage to it, we can remove those wood panelings and apply some that have more accurate battle damage and bullet holes. Right now, folks, we're going to have to leave that area. We have one more picture car area to visit a little bit later on the tour, but at this time, we're going to be taking you to a special spot right off the coast of Costa Rica. That's right, everybody. It is my pleasure to say welcome
To Jurassic Park.
To Jurassic Park.
And you'll all be thrilled to know that the very first Jurassic Park movie just recently celebrated its 30th anniversary. That's right, 30 years since we met Grant, Ellie, and Ian Malcolm. Now I feel old. All right, everybody, as we come into this area, look on your left and right hand sides of the tram. You're going to see some props, sets, and picture cars from the first 3 installments of the Jurassic Park franchise. On your left-hand side, in a minute, you're going to see the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park, and I want you to notice it's also made out of plywood and plexiglass, making it incredibly lightweight for the scene I'm going to show you on your monitors where we had to hang that mobile lab over the edge of a cliff. Just so you can see that I'm not telling a lie, if you look at the back of the mobile lab, you can see that wood is splintering and warping. But before I show you that clip, they're supposed to be full cages. Okay, cars 3 and 4, you are hearing screams of delight. That's all you're hearing. They are having a great time in cars 1 and 2. You will be joining them in 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, I love it. But also, folks, I need to let you know that we usually have a gentleman on staff to look after our specimens, but I do not see him anymore. Dotson? Okay, we do not have Dotson here, and I do care. That's an issue, folks. That is an issue. All right, everybody, take a look at your screens. I'm going to show you a clip involving that mobile
Yeah,
lab
we're
that
gonna
we
go
just
to
went
Super
by.
Nintendo World.
Now, there is something very specific about this clip that I want you to try to notice. What I want you to notice is the rain. It actually adds the level of atmosphere and it really raises the stakes. So, with that being said, on your left-hand side, we are now entering into our old Mexico sets, and we have set up a weather demonstration for you all, because normally in Southern California, we don't get that much rain naturally, so we got to make it ourselves. Now, I am in contact with Tech Services. Stand by, everybody. Tech, you got me? Yes, this is Tram 20. We are now in Old Mexico. Are you ready for the cues? All right, gentlemen, can I get a go on lightning, please? Can I get a go on thunder? Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Looks wonderful. All right, stand by for the water cue, gentlemen. Stand by. All right, folks, I'm going to try to quarterback this thing. Hang on for a second. All right, guys, you ready for me? All right, I want this to look good. All right, give me a go on water now. Oh, that looks nice. So we use a very high-tech way to deliver that water to you, everybody. We use sprinklers. Yeah, I know, we spare no expense here, Universal. And we will shoot the water straight up into the air so that it falls naturally. Another tactic is that we will pump up the water pressure in those pipes so that those drops are extra big. If you want rain to show up on film, it kind of needs to be done in the middle of a downpour. Even a strong, natural, steady rain, even that will not be picked up by the cameras. So, every time you see rain... Wait, why am I hearing rolling? No, 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 no! Okay, well, there goes our water bill. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry about that. That was kind of my fault, folks. I probably should have told you all, if your seat is blue, you might get wet. Ha ha, made you look, they're all blue. Yeah, it's gonna happen, folks, it's gonna happen. So, if you want to know how we use our flash flood on the big screen, take a look at your small screens.
You want these things?
Well, to find out, Brian is running
You can't have a wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Funny poster!
All right, everybody. So right now, on your left-hand side, this part of our old Mexico set was actually used in the HBO show Westworld. That was Peoria. But that door with the cross on it, that was actually Jack Black's home in Nacho Libre. Right now, everybody, we're going to be crossing the border, leaving our old Mexico sets, and I can now welcome you to our 6 Points, Texas area. Now, these Western sets are the oldest on our lot, mainly used during our silent film days, but we're still getting a lot of use out of this area. We did finish filming, most recently, episodes of the NBC show Quantum Leap. The Netflix show Never Have I Ever filmed some episodes in this area, but the last movie to film here was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. But this area has been home to some very high tents, high noon duels. Take a look at your screens and I'll show you another one.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere. Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now let's see you mount up and get out of town when the game is good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Oh, you can
count on it, Fallon. Again.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
All right, everybody. So as we leave our 6 Points area, I'm going to have you look on your left-hand side, and you're going to see 4 of our most modern sound stages built in the last 10 years, or I should say 10 years or less. You're going to see sound stages 30, 31, 32, and 33. And inside of sound stage 33, that is where we film scenes from Jordan Peele's Us and Jordan Peele's Nope. But the big body of water in front of those sound stages is what we like to call our Park Lake. And back in the old days, that was called the Hollywood Ocean. And if you ever needed like a canoeing, paddleboarding, kayaking scene, or a big boat scene, we had you covered right there. It was used most recently in modern television shows like Good Girls and Desperate Housewives. But to me, no matter how much time goes by, that body of water will always be the Black Lagoon.
Oh, where they film King Kong.
And speaking of the Gilman, my friends, everybody, I want to let you all know that on your right-hand side, we are now going to be entering into the area where, along with the Gilman, Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman all called home, welcome to our Little Europe sets. On your right, everybody. Now, this area has been used to represent many different parts of the European continent, but honestly, we use it pretty much to not represent the U.S. because it plays other places besides Europe. For example, it was used in Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. We are now going to be going through Port Royal, everybody. But the European areas that it was used to represent was for City Slickers, it was Spain for the Running of the Bulls, or for the Muppets starring Jason Segel and Amy Adams, it was used to represent Paris. But most recently, it wasn't used to represent any kind of place here on Earth. It was used to play the good place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife.
Watching from the Philippines, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe.
Okay, I'm going to pause the clip right here because on your left-hand side, that door, that blue door, that is actually yogurt on your screen. Same location.
Bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with her on that one. It actually sounds like what the villagers of this area had to deal with when Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, and the Wolfman were all reigning terror. On your right-hand side, folks, this open area is what we like to call our Court of Miracles, and that is actually where they filmed all three of those, or parts of, those Universal Monster movies. Now, take a look at your screens. I'm going to show you how the villagers of this area had to deal with all that chaos.
Get out of that house. Please also make the kids come to me indoors and wait for me. Are you ready? Go! Your horses are
Now, it's needless to say that the Universal Monsters not only had a huge impact on the horror genre, they had a huge inspiration on some of our most modern filmmakers of today. Take a look at your screens, and I'll let those filmmakers provide the inspiration that the monsters did. Take a look.
Think of you, so we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein,
The Mummy.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera, classic. So just brilliantly made. That Frankenstein image, flathead, it's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film.
That's done for me,
Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie, really scary.
They still ring in our memories now. We love them.
All right, my friends. So right now, I do need to let you know that we are approximately at the halfway mark of the tour. So I just need to remind you to please stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property, and if you drop your phone or you just can't wait to use the restroom, pull that red cord to get my attention, and I will be back to assist you. But do remain seated on the tram.
Must be famous.
All right, so here at Universal, we want you to have the full Southern California experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the beach. I love that the Amity Chamber of Commerce decided to give us this video, just trying to promote the island. Oh, that's not a good promotion. Well, I don't know what the problem is, because I've been told the man-eater has been caught and he's on our right-hand side. Yes, look at that. He's caught. There's nothing to worry about. Now, we do have George in the water. He's part of our scuba team. Well, honestly, he's probably been in the water most of the day, so I want to say he's in the boat. But I don't see him at all. Oh no, but I do see a fin. I see a fin. Okay, hang on, let me try to get him on the radio. George, you got me, buddy? Where are you at? Please tell me you're in the boat because I don't want to worry about you. Oh, why? Why are you in the water? Please swim, George. Oh no, George. Oh, tell him about the rabbits, George. Oh, man. Okay, well, if there's any good news, it's that we now have an opening in our scuba department. I'm just going to put that out there. You can go to ushjobs.com. But we're going to take you to a very safe place, folks. Very safe. Delia knows the safest place is down here. She's going to be taking us by high gasoline barrels. Really? I mean, I know I owe you money, but don't take it out on the tourists. They're paying customers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, but we do have a... Oh, he's taking our dog. You know what? On an emotional level, I'm done. Ooh. Oh, does anybody have any marshmallows by chance? Anybody at all? Okay, next time. Next time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our mechanical shark crew.
You guys got soaked, everybody.
That's right. In 1975, when Jaws hit the big screen, it was the biggest blockbuster of that summer. It was so well received that people were genuinely afraid to go back into the water after watching that movie. They really thought there was a 25-footer out there in real life. Now, even though that movie was so successful, it was plagued with all kinds of production problems. The first couple of times they tested the mechanical shark, they had tested it in freshwater, everything went great. But when they took it out to Martha's Vineyard and put it into the Atlantic Ocean, yeah, it sank all the way to the bottom. It was a saltwater, it corroded all the mechanics. That actually put Jaws 100 days past production schedule. Did you all know that Jaws was supposed to originally premiere around Christmas time? Yes, I know, and because of that delay, it actually was premiered in the more appropriate time in the summer. Now, take a look at your screens. I'm going to let the cast and crew tell you what it was like getting through all those time delays. Oh, man.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work over time. It worked hardly at all.
Wherever you were on land, you hear the radio voice. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark were well enough for a while there, and things had fallen. So I really owe the shark a lot.
I would have to agree. That movie pretty much put Steven Spielberg on the map. Right now, folks, on your right-hand side, you're going to see an example of our biggest practical set on our lot. That is the chicken ranch. Now, we call that a practical set because it can be set up on the inside to support an actual home. It has several bedrooms, a living room, dining room, kitchen. It even has its own bar area. But this structure at the back of it is what we like to call a facade, which is a French term meaning false front. So how we would use that is you're going to film your characters going in between these two buildings, but you're only going to film that side of this structure. The audience is going to get the impression that there is a whole house attached to that side of the building, but as you see, as we come to the back side, we're only needing one. That's all we need just to get our shot done. But in a little bit, everybody, I should tell you that that house, our chicken ranch, was used in a Rob Zombie movie called House of a Thousand Corpses, and it was used in both incarnations of Quantum Leap, both in the late 80s and our current run of our show, Quantum Leap. But in a little bit, everybody, we're going to be heading up this hill, and we're going to be completely surrounded by a wooded area. Now, it doesn't look like much, I know, but this is considered a filming location here at Universal. Just goes to show you that we will use every single inch of our 400 acres to get that perfect shot. Welcome to our Wilderness Road. So let's say you have a scene where your characters need to be in a campground or around a campfire, or maybe they need to be stranded in the middle of nowhere. Well, we can get that accomplished right here. This area was most famously used in the Netflix thriller Bird Box starring Sandra Bullock, but it was also used quite heavily in the crime drama show CSI. That show actually used or found a lot of crime scenes using our very own Wilderness Road. But right now, my friends, I do need to let you know that we are approximately 15 minutes from the end of the tour and will be returning to the theme park shortly. Please remember to pull on that red cord if you need any assistance and remain seated at all times. But at this moment, everybody, we're going to be making a turn and visiting our second area of picture cars.
Bring back the drink.
Now, these picture cards are going to show up on your right-hand side, everybody, and you're going to see, or I should say, my younger guests are going to recognize the first car. That is Bumblebee. That's right, and we very much hope you do see Transformers Rise of the Beasts in theaters now. But as we come on down, you're going to see a very old-fashioned looking police cruiser that looks like it was from the 1920s. That was actually used in a Johnny Depp movie called Public Enemies. And that Smith's Piano Service, that old-fashioned truck, was used in one of my favorite Coen brother movies, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, starring George Clooney. Now, I know this seems like a really weird area to have a parking lot, but when you consider the neighbors, trust me, it kind of makes sense. I don't know if anybody needs a place to stay for the night, but here at Universal, we got you covered. Welcome, everybody, to the Bates Motel. That's right, everybody. This is the Bates Motel, but this structure on your right-hand side was originally used for Psycho number 3, directed by Anthony Perkins. Now, if any of you do happen to stay at the Bates Motel, please give my friend Norman those Yelp reviews. He is such a good family man and business owner. I just want to help him out, all right, everybody? So please give him those reviews. But as we get to the top of the hill, my friends, I'm going to have you in a little bit look on your left-hand side of the tram, and you're going to see one of the most iconic structures on our lot. It is the Psycho House. And as we go by, everybody, if you look up into the second floor bedroom window, you might see Mother looking down on you, judging you silently.
Can't see her.
What? No, yes, Mother. Yes, Mother, I told them about the motel. Oh, thank you, Mother. She thinks I'm doing such a good job. She's so nice. But right now, folks, we're going to have to leave that psychological drama behind and enter into the biggest disaster zone on our lot. Nope, I'm not talking about my bedroom. It's the War of the Worlds.
Yeah, that's the cat.
I know.
Yeah, we walked all the way over there. Oh.
The airplane first set was a perfect example of a set that was all designed around vision of the student.
And sit, to sit down to talk about the War of the World. I thought it was because it's just something you don't see.
You're good. You're good. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay. Down closed.
Robbie, get in.
That's right, folks. That is a genuine 747 Boeing aircraft on your left-hand side, and it was actually disassembled into 4 pieces over in the Mojave Desert, where there is an airplane graveyard, put on the back of flatbed trucks, and then transported over to our property. Now, as we come on through, folks, you're actually going to see a log cabin in between the 3rd and 4th pieces of this airplane, and that was actually used in one of my favorite John Candy movies, The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy and Dan
I don't
Aykroyd.
think you'll be able to
Hey,
see
Dad,
it.
that's
But as
the
we
house
leave
from
this
the Great
area, I'm going to
Outdoors.
have you all
So
look
John
on your
Candy.
right-hand side briefly. You're going to see
saw
a
them
very
in all
large
of them.
blue screen
There.
over here on past car 1. But now
What?
it's going to come up a lot clearer on your left-hand
going?
side. Now, honestly, that is the biggest
No
blue
Fast and
screen
Furious?
that we have
What?
on the
Where are we
U.S.
going?
Actually, everybody, a lot of studios do come to us for that.
We're not
so
going to
that
Fast and
they
Furious?
can do
Nope, too?
CGI effects. But in front of that blue screen is a very large concrete
Well,
pit that we can fill with over 30,000 gallons
Maybe
of
they'll walk
water.
through those.
We like to call that
Oh,
combination of the blue
Well,
screen
we
with
did
that
last
water our
year.
Falls Lake. Now, the last movie to film in our Falls Lake was actually Top Gun Maverick. They actually had one of the cockpits of the fighter jets hanging alongside of that blue screen, and Miles Teller and Tom Cruise were inside doing pickup shots of them rolling as if they were in an actual fighter pilot dogfight. But then it was used with CGI around them, using that blue screen to fill in the space. Now, we're going to be coming around this area, guys, because we have to do a little bit of a route change just for today's operations. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our Falls Lake by showing you a montage of different films that it has been used in. So take a look at your monitors. And this Falls Lake goes back all the way to 1960 when we used it for the very first Psycho. But it was also used before we even had CGI So on this scene that you're seeing on your monitors from Jaws of Revenge, I'm going to pause it right there. We did not have CGI in 1987, so those clouds in the background are literally painted onto the blue screen.
Dang, it's changed so much. Oh, they did Sully here? Man.
Okay, so on your monitors, you're actually seeing a clip from Bruce Almighty, or it just went by. But what I like to show off is that this blue screen was actually used in another one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies, The Truman Show. At the very end of the movie, when Truman sails into what he thinks is the blue sky, and then it crashes, and then he goes to a door frame, right before that he says, "If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." That was actually filmed on our Falls Lake. But on your left-hand side, everybody can actually see the back of the blue screen, and we're going to speed up a little bit so you can see the whole thing, and you're going to actually get a better view of the concrete pits that we can't fill with 30,000 gallons of water. So look on your left, you're going to see the whole thing the way it is. Now, I want you to look at your screens, because I'm going to show you a clip from the movie Sully. And in this clip, this actually combines our practical effects with CGI. So in this part of Sully, the water, the plane, and the people are all real. It was filmed on your left. But that New Jersey skyline in the background is a projection using CGI. Okay, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, no. Okay, hey, sorry, folks. It looks like security is breaking into my feed. Oh, I really hope it's not the guy who I think it is. If it is, I'm going to be so annoyed. And I'm annoyed. Great.
This might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
They might be filming something.
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. International crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is serious. But first of all, I got to go with my priority.